Hey guys, look what I got. That's right, I got the Freewing T-33 Shooting Star. In this video, we're going to unbox it. We're going to take a look at all the parts and pieces. We're going to do a few tests. We're going to assemble it, all that stuff. And then at the end, we're going to wrap things up with our pros and cons. Coming up next, we're going to see what's going on inside the box. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like inside the box. The manual was on the top when I took the box off. You can see the tip tanks, you can see the main wing, you can see the accessories up there in that corner. We're going to take a quick look here at the first layer. This box has two layers, so we're going to look at this up nice and close, and then we're going to look at the other layer coming up next. All right, so here is an up close look at the first layer inside the box. And here's a look at the second layer inside the box. So here's how everything looks spread out all over the bed. Here is our horizontal stabilizer, very cool. And of course, we've got those nice plastic hinges. I like that a lot. Over here, we've got the main wing and the accessories pack. You got the fuse right there. We'll take a close look at everything here in a minute. Of course, here are the flaps. Look at that. Very nice. And everything has nice nylon or plastic hinges, whatever you want to call those. They're great, regardless of what you call those or what they're actually called. Here are the tip tanks. These things are not small at all. In fact, nothing on this is small. We'll get to that here in a minute though. Right here, we've got the vertical stabilizer with the rudder back there. Very cool. This thing looks really nice, guys. Of course, we got the stars and bars. This is the USA trim scheme. In fact, let's look at the rudder again. This is the trim scheme from Iceland. Very cool. Right here, we got to look at the canopy. The canopy is actually packaged separately from the rest of the plane. And the only thing I really noticed that was negative is we had a little bit of paint chip back there for some reason. And this is silver, so I should be able to touch that up nice and easily. And again, here is a look at the front of the fuse. We got the intakes. In fact, let's go look real quick back here. Right here, we've got the nice plastic exhaust. And it provides some structure, some support. Very cool. All right, guys, I cannot wait to put this together. And when we come back, this will be fully assembled, and I'm going to talk about what I experienced with it. That will be coming up next. All right, guys, here's what this thing looks like all put together. Overall, this build was very straightforward, pretty darn easy overall. I do caution you on the tail section. Take your time with that. You'll be just fine. Don't force anything. That would be my strong recommendation for that part. But I've got it all set up, got the radio set up. That was all straightforward. Gonna remove some control surfaces here. And we're gonna try this from another angle too, but here's some flaps. Yeah, you can't, unless you look at the reflection on the headboard, I don't think you're going to be able to see the flaps, but they're all set up. And when I come back, I'm going to reposition things here real quick, and then we're going to look at some other stuff. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you how the landing gear works right now. The landing gear is big, beefy, and should be well suited for grass ops. And what I'm going to show you here is there's a delay on the landing gear. Hear that switch right there? There's about a 5 to 6 second delay on that. And there's some nice doors, spring-loaded doors that get sucked up when the gear gets sucked up. So it's kind of like the front nose section of the L39 if you're familiar with that jet. Now, gonna wait about another 5 to 6 seconds. So I wanted to point that out. It's very important if you're flying and you hit the switch and expect your plane to do something, but it doesn't. It's nice to know, oh yeah, I need to expect a delay on that. So, all right, coming up next, I got something else for you. Okay guys, here's another look. Different angle with the control surfaces. And here's a quick look at the flaps. Better angle. I may or may not add a delay on them. I don't know. I know on some of the planes with the blue box, adding the delay can cause some issues. So I'm probably not going to have a delay, but we'll see. We will see. But now I've got the radio in my hand, and I would be remiss if I did not do at least some sort of throttle test here. So I'm going to do a small one. I've got a tape measure at the nose of this plane. I'm not going to give it too much throttle. Do not want to do any damage to the nose. But let's hear this thing. All right, that was a peak of 27. When we come back, we're going to do our pros and cons. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this thing up with our pros and cons. As far as the pros go, this thing comes polybagged, all the parts and pieces individually. That protects them during shipping, which is huge. It comes in a beautiful, typically high quality Freewing paint scheme. I really like the attention to detail that Alpha and everyone at Freewing pays to these things, and they're just stunning. Even if you don't fly them, you have a room full of them. It's awesome. Of course, I like to fly them too, and I cannot wait for the weather to clear up so I can fly this thing. The setup was basic and straightforward. Pretty much, if you're capable of flying something like this, the setup should be no problem at all. It was very basic, very straightforward. Another huge pro is the landing gear. It's robust, the wheels are big, and it's really well suited for grass ops, so that is awesome. Really only one con stood out to me, and it's not a huge one either, but I did have some missing paint right along the back side of the plastic on the canopy. When you get a brand new plane fresh out of the box, you want it to be as close to perfect as possible, so that I felt like I had to mention that. But with all that being said, this plane looks awesome. I am very impressed overall. It is beautiful. It's bigger than I thought. Like, comment, and subscribe, and check the links in the description. And GB Linden